Takes me a bad body. So it's another one, yeah. It's a first one, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Tre. What's good?
Well, good, cuz. What you saying?
Nothing much. Just looking forward to this weekend, Cinco De Mayo. I'm extremely happy. Can't wait for an upset.
Yeah, cuz I'm excited as well. Obviously, big up to the community. Thank you so much, for supporting us in this journey. We obviously can't do what we do best, without your support. So big up to everyone involved just in the chat today. We obviously got a tremendous event that's happening over the weekend. Cinco de Mayo for the Mexicans. Mexico versus Mexico. We've got El Presidente, Canelo versus the young lion in Jaime Munguia. So could you put the head-to-head for us, Al Heyman? Bang. This fight's just looking sweet. But before we obviously get into the show, we obviously have to big up D-Rock. We're working in association with them. So we have the likes of Johnny Nelson, of course. He's been, wearing the brand, promoting the brand. He's also got the likes of, Joseph Parker supporting the brand, wearing the brand. And you got the likes of myself, yours truly, Tre, and Biyenge, respectfully representing, the D-Rock movement. But cuz, what you saying? Let's get started today.
Well, okay, I'm just going to dive straight in, continue from last week. Like I said, I think Munguia will cause an upset. Look, he's younger than Canelo. I understand Canelo's got a better resume, whereas my man's had, 43 bouts, and he's never lost. Canelo's had 65, and obviously he's lost 2 out of 65. Don't get me wrong, Canelo's still amazing, but I'm going for the young gun.
You're going for the young gun?
Yeah, the young gun.
Do the job.
Last 5 fights, right? Apart from one of them, majority of them was TKO or KO. Canelo's last five fights, apart from Bivol, of course. All of these fights is just all gone on points.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy because when you just kind of look at the head-to-heads, of course, obviously big up to Jams. He's saying big up Biyenge, big up yours truly, Tre. Hope you both are blessed. Jams, we're blessed as well, and thank you so much, just for supporting the movement, using that 40% discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, so you can just get 40% off any item of clothing on the website. Cuz this is obviously exciting because Canelo, when I look at his past few fights, he's got the job done. Yes, you can argue in his past few opponents, he didn't get rid of his opponents like what he normally does. But Canelo, you have to look at his CV. You got to look at, what he's done in the sport of boxing. And you could say he's taken the mantle from Mayweather when he was obviously the face of boxing. And now the fact that each time Canelo fights, he's doing it in big events like Cinco de Mayo, it just makes the event special. And what it reminds me of, cuz, as well, is, look, we used to watch WWE. So to the WWE fans out there, it's like Cinco de Mayo is like WrestleMania. Canelo is like Undertaker. He's putting his streak on the line, as an undisputed champion. This is his 4th title defense. Can he make it 4 title defenses on May the 4th for Cinco de Mayo? Or can we see Munguia win his 44th fight in Cinco de Mayo? So you're seeing what's going on with the numbers there.
4 belts.
Are we putting 4 hands for the 4 horsemen? No, we don't know what's going on, cuz.
He's about to make history. Like I said, Canelo, obviously, he's got a better resume. He's ideally the better boxer. But I don't know, with Canelo, I'm upset about him not fighting Benavidez. And not just that, I'm upset that when he fought Charlo, he didn't get Charlo out the ring.
So, but he knocked him down. He knocked him down, though. He knocked him down. And plus, Charlo didn't really come to fight, cuz, man. He didn't really come to fight. You know, Charlo, the way I kind of see him, I see him as a lion. You know, Munguia, this is why this fight is going to be really interesting, because we could potentially see a game plan that Charlo should have implemented against the champion. We're going to see someone come forward. He's your traditional Mexican throwback fighter. He'll take 3 shots to land that one big shot. And look, we know that it's going to be a madness, of course. Big up to Rico as well. Big up to my brother. He's obviously saying Canelo, cruise control. No, because we've got the Canelo fans out here. El Presidente, I think, you know, he's going to do the job, man. I think, you know, there's so much riding on the line. I'm comparing, you know, Canelo's streak as an undefeated, you know, super middleweight as the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania when it's Cinco de Mayo. I'm bringing that kind of energy. Can the young lion in Munguia stop the streak in Canelo's Cinco de Mayo day? Or is it going to be standard procedures for El Presidente?
This is how I see it going. I know Canelo's never been... Has he been dropped before? I don't know. I don't think so.
No. Okay. No.
Okay. All right. All jokes aside, I think the only way for Munguia to beat Canelo is do what Bivol done to Canelo. Control the fight. Avoid trading Canelo in the middle of the ring. Control the fight. Control.
Control in what aspect? Are you saying that control, but also be aggressive coming forward? Or
yes. Be aggressive, but be smart in terms of control the fight. Fight. Okay, don't go head to head with Canelo, because Canelo will catch you. Try and control Canelo. Try and wear him down. Try and fight in the outside rather than the inside, because he's naturally taller than Canelo. Do you know what I'm saying? So use your height. So I think if he can do that, well, if it lasts 12 rounds, then he's potentially won the fight.
Yeah, no, of course.
He smarts blood, jump on Canelo, but he has to be smart, aggressive. He has to potentially try to bully Canelo. He has to do what Canelo does to all of his opponents, try and cut the corner. Do you know what I mean? That's what he has to do, but he has to be smart.
I'm just reading Jams's comment. Big up to you, Jams. Thank you so much for getting involved, brother. He's obviously saying, I still think Canelo is an old man Jaime, and take it on points. Canelo just doesn't get caught, and Munguia's only chance is by KO, and I can't see that, to be honest. And it's fair, because I think that's a fair point. In order for Munguia to win, the young lion, Cinco de Mayo, he has to knock out Canelo. He has to do the unthinkable. He has to do what nobody, you know, in the past has been able to do, which is knock out El Presidente on Cinco de Mayo. And big up to Lucy all the way from the States, always loving the energy. Big up to her. She's saying Charlo was just get knocked out. Yeah, he was just trying not to get knocked out, which is true.
I was disappointed.
Yeah, it's true. Look, these are good points from Lucy here. These are good points.
Just want to say one thing. I don't want Charlo to fight Canelo, because obviously I know his brother lost. There's no point in fighting Canelo. If anything, if Charlo can beat Plant, then he can fight. Then he gets an opportunity to fight Canelo. At this moment, there's no point. Inactivity, poor performance, bad attitude. I ain't interested, man. Next.
No, it's fair, cuz it's fair. And big up to Hakan as well. Thank you so much for joining us. I know he obviously was with Neutral in fight night last week in Liverpool. So obviously big up to the whole of the family if we haven't shouted them out. Obviously Aisha's interview with John O'Carroll is out on Green Diamond Boxing, of course. So guys, make sure you tune into that. And we've obviously got the legends Rico and Ra. They're back tomorrow for obviously the roundup as well. Their R&R Boxing Hour. Rico's obviously saying Benavidez might get chinned in his next fight. Ooh,
right.
Like
if
Abdul, you know what he's doing. You know what Rico's doing.
I know what he's doing, but if Benavidez, if he gets chinned, does he still get the opportunity to fight Canelo?
100%. Yeah, he's undefeated at 168, cuz. He's undefeated at 168. Okay. No man is beating him at 168. Doesn't need to. You know what? We know what Rico's on. Absolutely love it, cuz, man. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. This is great,
who do you think is under pressure? Canelo or Munguia?
Canelo's under pressure, man. He's got more to lose in this fight. I think we obviously mentioned this off air. I think win, lose or draw, Munguia is in a tremendous position, because even if he loses and puts in a good performance, maybe knocks down Canelo and does something, then his stock's going to rise regardless. Obviously, if Canelo loses now, then boy, a lot of things is going to change. Will certain fights happen? Will people be saying, oh, we saw this coming, you know, in these last few fights, he wasn't obviously performing up to his standard. Maybe Canelo needs a young lion in Jaime Munguia to come forward so we can see the best of Canelo. Because if you think about the past few opponents that Canelo's fought, they're all boxers. They're all boxers, pretty much, if you kind of think about it. Obviously, Charlo was supposed to be that guy that come with the power, but he came into that fight to box, whereas we wanted him to just come with energy against Canelo.
But you see, Canelo's, when he fought, I reckon that Billy Joe Saunders gave Canelo a good fight until he got caught at the end. I honestly think Billy Joe, out of, okay, I'm not even going to include Charlo, Plant, it was a decent performance as well. But I honestly do think Billy gave Canelo a good fight. Yeah,
I agree. Cuz I agree. And obviously Lucy's saying, oh, Munguia isn't fighting like that. He's a brawler. He's coming straight after him. Ooh, if he tries to box, Munguia will lose every round, which is true, cuz.
Told you. He has to be smart. He has to be smart, because that's what Canelo wants him to do. Canelo wants to drag him into a dogfight to trade with him, but he has to be smart. Like I said, the blueprint to beat Canelo, do what Bivol done. I understand this was at a different weight class, but that's the only way I can see. I mean, look, nobody apart from Floyd Mayweather, yeah, nobody else is, is Floyd Mayweather. Do you know what I'm saying? Floyd was just toying with him.
I agree, and I think I was actually explaining to one of my close brothers, of course, man. Obviously, big up to Corey as well. He was obviously saying that with that fight that's coming up, he's got a good feeling that Munguia could do something as the younger fighter. But I kind of compared the scenarios where Canelo has been where Munguia's been when he fought Mayweather. He was the young Mexican with a good record, and he hasn't fought anyone at that stage yet. Are we seeing a deja vu here where Canelo is now that senior fighter, which he is? He's a future Hall of Famer, of course. Munguia's the young lion, great record, but he hasn't really fought anyone of that standard to be able to prepare him for this kind of fight. But he's ready. In my personal opinion, you look at, what he's done in the sport. He's 27. He's had over, 40 wins, of course. Can he rise to the occasion, Cinco de Mayo, and produce the goods? Obviously, Rico's saying Munguia gonna come with that 1-2, 1-2-3 pressure style, and will get countered and possibly chinned. No, this is a good shout, cuz he doesn't wanna. We have to, with Canelo, we have to understand, cuz, man, he breaks down his opponents mentally, but also over the years he's been able to develop his boxing skills, his defense, so that if there's a war on the inside, boy, I feel sorry for that person who's gonna want to get inside with Canelo, because them body shots, the body shot could be the one that stops him on the night. It might even not be a big shot. It might even be a body shot. But I do see Munguia, in order for him to win this fight, he has to go for it, man. He has to go for it. Like, not go for it as in guns blazing, but he has to take some risks, cuz, man. I think he has to knock out Canelo in order to win this fight, man.
With these risks, is it going to be at the later round, mid-round? Because it can't be early, because if he tries to go for it straight away, he can just get caught.
Yeah, later rounds. Test Canelo's conditioning now. Is he getting old? Let's see what he can do.
I reckon this fight, right? I reckon it picks up from round 5.
That's
I
a good
reckon
shout.
it picks up from round 5.
That is a
Yeah,
good shout. That
round
is
5.
a good shout, cuz that is a good shout. Picking up from round 5. Obviously, Hakan is saying Canelo to win on points, which is a fair say. This is a fair bet also to make as well. James is saying Trey and Biyenge looking super dapper in a D-Rock apparel. Thank you so much, my brother. And you obviously looked dapper when you obviously purchased the tracksuit on your end as well. So yeah, just enough love for the support. And big up to PYP Boxing as well. For your information, Cinco de Mayo marks the battle of Mexico against French forces. Okay, 4,000 French against 4,000 Mexicans. Thank you so much for the boxing, for the history behind Cinco de Mayo as well. It's always good to gain different aspects from the event, because it's a big day. This is a big day, of course.
Rico.
And Rico's saying, Charlo. Nah, big up to Rico, man. Absolutely love it. Can't wait for his show tomorrow as well. And big up Hack. Okay. So can go all the way from Sweden. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Big up to Hakan as well. And great channel, just subbed. Thank you so much, my brother, for the sub as well. We obviously do this, for the boxing community, and we just want to give you guys a voice as well. I have the same amount of followers. Big up to you, brother. And whenever you wanna, feature on the show, just drop us a DM on our socials, and we can make something happen. Of course, let us know where you're from as well. Just put the message in the group. That would be absolutely amazing, just to let people know where you're from. And big up to Ra as well. He's obviously saying, yeah, big up, gents. And big up to Green Diamond Boxing. Big up to you, Aisha. You changed it up. Big up to you. Big up to you. Yeah.
Wanted to swiftly, move on to another subject. Okay. I saw something on the internet talking about a potential fight with Wilder and Gerard Anderson.
Okay. Yep.
I'm a bit confused. I mean, Wilder's got Zhang. I mean, are we already trying to overlook Zhang? And don't you think Anderson, it's a bit too early for him to fight Wilder?
Oh no, he's ready, man. He's ready. I don't think we should stop sort of throwing him in with these oppositions that he's fighting now. I think he's ready for the big time. And yeah, we just need to get this on. And if Wilder does, get past Big Bang Zhang, which is not going to be an easy feat. Remember, we've had Terry on the show, and Terry himself has also said that they're looking for the big fights, man. So, he's looking to cause an upset in this fight. The upset in the world of boxing, but it's not really going to be an upset in their eyes, because they think they're obviously quality and they can get the job done. So big up to Styles, Mr. Styles 619 as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. There's so many different comments that we need to obviously run through as well. Yes, but because I'm just really, really, really excited, man. I can't.
So if Canelo loses, you're buying me Ben Jerry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy you a few. I'm gonna have to buy you a few Ben Jerry's. Ben and Jerry. Have to eat on the show. You're gonna have to eat on the show, cuz.
Cookie dough.
Yeah, cookie dough.
I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a bit too soon for him. I mean, no disrespect to him at all. I think that there's other opponents for him to challenge, but then again, it's just like, okay, if he wants to fight Wilder, it's just like, could this be like the Wilder who's, not the prime Wilder? This is the Wilder who's probably getting ready to retire. I mean, because I'm just judging on his last fight when he fought what's his name? Charles Martin. Wasn't really impressed with that, but hey, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird situation with Wilder, because he's had a situation with Joseph Parker. He had that last fight, of course, and he obviously didn't go the way it should have been. But yeah, it's exciting times regardless. I think if Wilder does beat a Zhang, for example, then we got to see young Lion versus Lion that has been the lion for the sport for a while. Get them locked in. America versus America. Maybe do it in Brooklyn. Obviously, Wilder's got a big fan base in New York. You know, Barclays Center. That energy. I'd love to see it. Why not bring out Miss Little Kim again? He's done it before for Ortiz 1. I want to see that energy again, of course, man. And let's obviously run through some of the comments, of course. Wilder getting chinned by Big Bang Zhang. Ooh, that's a good fair assessment. Mr. Star 619 is saying if Anderson wants to be looked at as a serious contender at heavyweight, he needs the big fights, which is true. Big point there. Next one. Obviously, big up, lads. No, big up to you as well, Robin Francis. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. We obviously love the fact that you're tuning in today, and hopefully you can tune into more shows and just have your say as well. It's the case of His Excellency Turkey to put Wilder and Anderson on. Okay, yep. Which, you know, it's probably a bit of tactical, strategic kind of marketing from Turkey. His Excellency, of course. I don't think Wilder is what he used to be. I think Anderson is ready for him. Even if he does beat Zhang. Look, let's have it. It's coming from obviously Lucy, who's based in the States. Love the energy, of course. And I wonder if Turkey is ready to put Wilder out of... Cuz, what are you saying about that?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm a fight fan, so I don't know. Me personally, I would like to see Gerard Anderson fight the likes of Dylan or Triple D or even Joe Joyce. That's just me. That's the fights I would like him to see. While at the moment, I'm just confused because obviously, you know, there's Zhang and then there's a potential fight with AJ or a potential fight with Dylan. But so I wanted to ask you and everybody else's thoughts on Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. So I'm hearing that it's a legitimate fight. I think it's 2 minutes.
Yep.
So it's safe to say Mike Tyson's a possibility that he may knock out Jake Paul.
Oh, yes. I'll Heyman get involved in this as well. Could you put up the poster for the big event that's obviously happening between Jake Paul, the problem child, versus Iron Mike Tyson? Because obviously it sounds good on paper, but when you kind of think about the ages and look, Taylor versus Serrano as well, that's obviously going to be in the undercard as well. I'm obviously a bit upset. We've had talks, you know, off air, of course, about Chantel El Chapo Cameron not getting her chance again to have the trilogy. But look, this is the big one. Yes, it's sanctioned now. It's obviously going to be a professional fight. I'm quite reserved in the judgment. From a boxing fan perspective, I definitely think that we're getting a bit of a treat, because if you've got a Netflix account, you know, that's going to be completely free as part of your subscription. So look, I would watch it because of the undercard that we have. You know, you've got Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano 2, which you could say that can be the main event. That can be the show stealer. And for me, I'm not going to lie to you, cuz based on what Chantel Cameron did in the first fight, I'm not going by the second fight. The second fight, you know, I think she won it, but it's a whole different subject. I think Amanda Serrano can get the job done. But obviously, Rico, big up to him. Thank you so much for getting involved in the discussions. He's obviously saying, I hope Mike Tyson will... Super Soldiers here. Because the fight is a stain on the sport of boxing, which is fair. Look, coming from a purist, coming from a fan's perspective, it is a bit of a novelty fight, let's say. It's more of an exhibition. But
is it though? Because you got to think of it. People are saying that this fight will ruin Mike Tyson's legacy. I don't think it will. I think if anything, it's easy money for him. Do you know what I mean? 20 million, you know, to fight, you know, a a new professional boxers coming from the youth background. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, I think it's easy money for Mike. I don't think this will be. It'll be different if he fought Jake Paul on a Misfits undercard. Do you know what I mean? But this is a legitimate fight. So I don't look, win or lose, yeah. Okay, if Jake beats Mike Tyson, what's he achieved? Nothing. He's fighting a 50-year-old Mike. Do you know what I mean? You know. And again, if Mike beats Jake, he improved nothing. If anything, he just made extra piece.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we can't really
Jake should fight a decent fighter. I mean, I understand he likes to fight somebody credible, so we need to find somebody who's, I wouldn't say on his levels yet, but somebody, you know, who's well ranked. Because I understand Tommy Fury's calling him out, he wants a rematch, but yeah, I don't think that's happening.
The last time Tommy's fought was what, KSI? And what's he been doing recently? He's just been doing other shows and stuff like that, man. It doesn't seem like he's interested in boxing, which is the sad thing, of course. And Taylor Serrano 2 most certainly is the main event of the card. I don't want to see a 58-year-old man getting punched in the face, which is fair. It's fair. And look, we all grew up watching Mike Tyson because you've explained a few times on the show that Mike Tyson was one of the fighters, you know, you grew up watching. And now, look, years later, as we're getting older, he's getting back in the ring, having a professional fight, man. So, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm sure, you know, the nostalgic fans of Mike Tyson are expecting him to possibly do, you know, what he's done before in the past and just knock out Jake Paul. You know, just give people that last knockout, you know. Which is definitely interesting, cuz, man. But yeah, other than that, of course, I know it's obviously the Champions League night, of course, and everyone's rushing to go watch the football, of course. But obviously, before we wrap up the show, I just want to get your final prediction. So, Al Heyman, could you put the head-to-head for the community again? And I just want to get some final predictions from people before we wrap up the show.
Okay, like I said before, the pressure is on Canelo. No, Al Heyman, put it back up.
Put it back up, Al Heyman, yeah. And if you can remove Rico's comment as well.
So, the pressure is on Canelo. Bro, Al Heyman, you sleeping? Put it back up, leave it there. Right, the pressure is on Canelo.
Yep.
Because, you know, obviously Canelo wants to go there and do the business and win.
Yep.
But I feel that this is a tough fight for Munguia because obviously he's never fought anyone on Canelo's levels. Do you know what I mean? So he has to cause an upset. He has no choice but to win. Do you know what? If he draws with Canelo, I salute him. If he draws with Canelo, I salute him. He's up there.
Definitely. I agree with you. And I'll repeat again, cuz it's a win-win situation for Jaime Munguia. You know, if he puts in a tremendous performance and loses, his stock's still gonna go up. He's still got, you know, potential other fights at super middleweight to have, and then when he retires, can do something different.
May the best man win. Like I said, I'm sticking with the young gun. Going on Sunday, Saturday. Or Sunday.
Ready.
Now listen, guys, thank you for tuning in. Keep supporting the channel. We're growing. We're still babies, but we're growing. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and follow us on our social media. Have a lovely, productive week. We shall see you on Sunday when Munguia beats Canelo. Peace and love.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my cards with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me.